I can quote like two movies, and that's
Okay,
the Cat in the Hat.
yeah, that's right.
I know every word. It's bad. And Titanic. Cat in the Hat and Titanic.
What a combo.
Hmm. Right? Today, Nick was out doing work in the yard, and yes, I trimmed the bushes. I did this and I did that. And I'm like, oh, so the hedges are all hedged and the weeds are all weeded. He just rolls his eyes at me, like, was the lawn mowed daily, twice daily, if needed. Welcome to the 10th episode of the Adventure Lives On podcast.
This week we're talking all things dinosaurs, including our thoughts on Jurassic World Rebirth and the rest of the Jurassic franchise. We managed to stay on topic pretty well this time around, so get ready for a lot of dinosaur talk. Buckle up
Grab your cup of coffee
and get ready to live the adventure
in the Universal theme parks and beyond. How's it going?
Uh, Pretty good. I told my family I was about to record, and my dad kind of sighed and he goes, ugh, this is almost getting to be annoying at this point that I have to keep doing this. I'm like, what? And he picks up a pot and a big spoon and starts banging them together. He's like, well, Jake's recording. Guess we got to make some noise.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah.
Oh, it was good seeing them the other day.
Yeah. They were all definitely happy to get to see you.
Yeah, me too. Well, Jurassic Park.
Yeah. Dinosaur time.
Dinosaur time. And I don't know if you can see it because of the
Oh,
background,
yep. Your
but
Minosaur
yeah,
glass.
yeah. T-Rex on here.
I love it. I have not been able to find my Jurassic Park shirt anywhere for a while now. I might have to get a new one.
No, you should. Yeah. Like after day one of not being able to find it, it's the perfect excuse.
I really should have because it's been a few weeks and I don't know where it ended up. Like I've done all of my clothes, I've done all my laundry several times over and I just haven't found it.
Well, it's time.
Yeah, I think so. I have to go to Target and get another one.
Yeah. Or Universal.
I like that better. Let's do that.
It's worth the 9 hour-ish drive each
I
way.
mean, I needed a shirt. What else was I going to do?
Exactly. Well, you want to start with the movie? What you thought about the movie?
Yeah, I guess we should say we've kind of been holding out on doing a Jurassic Park episode for a few weeks because we hadn't seen, up until last week, we hadn't seen Rebirth. So now that we've seen them all, yeah, now that I've sat with it for a few days, it's like it both, in some ways, it both did more and less with some of its ideas than I thought it would. And I don't know, like it
Right.
was a fun time, but I don't know. It's like there were parts of it that I really love, but then there's other stuff where I'm like, they really should have actually done something with this. It's like it almost, in some ways, feels like it was half a movie.
Yeah, I can't argue with that. One of my notes that I made is that it didn't feel much like a continuation of the story. It felt like a side project.
It kind of did. Like the way they just kind of briefly mention, yeah, dinosaurs were here and now they're kind of not, and we don't mess with them anymore. Oh well, let's
Mhm.
go.
Yeah, and it as much as I really loved all of the references to the different Jurassic Park and World movies and books, it felt like that's almost all the movie was. Just like
It
one
kind of,
long tribute.
I kind of started to feel the same way after a while.
I did still enjoy it.
Yeah, it was a fun time. I think especially because we got to watch it together and we
Yes.
had some of my brother's fun commentary. I guess we
Oh,
should
that was the
mention
best
that.
part. Yeah, that was the best part.
So, spoilers for Jurassic World Rebirth for anybody who hasn't seen it yet. The intro was a flashback to 17 years before the time of the story, which takes place, I think, around now, maybe a couple years in the future. and there were some scientists working in a lab off the coast of another island that we have yet to visit until this movie. And one of them opens up a Snickers bar and is eating it in the facility where everybody's in full hazmat suits, everything's squeaky clean, not supposed to be any mess. He drops the wrapper and it goes through the ventilation system and short circuits a door and dinosaurs escape. It was a whole mess. And then the guy gets eaten. It cuts to black and goes to present day. And before the story continues, where we get a few seconds of silence, my brother looks over at us and goes, and like fully
Like in all
serious,
seriousness.
was that just a Snickers commercial? And honestly, yeah, a little bit.
You're not you when you're hungry.
That was funny as well, how he was recapping the story to his girlfriend as she showed up later. She didn't catch the beginning of the movie, and he says, "Yeah, so this guy had a Snickers and he unwrapped it and the wrapper got in the door and jammed it and then the dinosaur got out and then the dinosaur ate the guy because it turns out it's not the guy who was hungry, it's the dinosaur who was hungry."
Yeah. And that reminded me a lot of the original Jurassic Park. No Snickers bar involved, but when they were transporting the raptor
Hmm.
and stuff went wrong, raptor got out, ate a guy.
Yeah, when the cage didn't lock into place.
Yes. Mhm.
Yeah, that's true. Which, again, is it like, oh, that's good filmmaking? Or is it, hey, look at this, nostalgia, remember this thing?
Yeah. Yeah, I think the second. Um, and on the same topic as the Snickers, the mints,
Oh, the
the
Altoids.
Altoids, it was driving my mom up the wall, but it felt like that throughout the movie too. Altoids and Snickers must have sponsored the movie or something.
Oh, the amount
Or
the amount of money.
yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. Or what was your other thought?
Either that or someone got really mad at Altoids and Snickers and said, I'm gonna make you
Wanted
look
to
bad
make
in this
them the problem.
movie. Yes.
Yeah, it could be. I could see that too.
Either way, they were both focal points, memorable focal points of the movie.
Yeah, very memorable. Although I will say there were some positive, memorable focal points, like Dolores,
Yes.
the little baby Aquilops something.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know how to pronounce her name, but she was adorable.
She was adorable. I was really hoping we would see a grown one. I thought maybe
So was
towards the
I.
end she would find her parents or something, and I was
Yeah,
a little disappointed to not see that reunification.
but I guess instead it's like, yeah, even though the militaries of the world have basically said we will shoot your boats down if you go near the dinosaurs, we're just going to take one back to the mainland.
Yeah, they're all dying off there anyway. You gotta, you know, start putting more into the population.
But wasn't the point of it that there were diseases going around that they wanted to contain? I think was something they said toward the beginning that it was like it wasn't safe to go, not just because of the dinosaurs, but because because that's why that last apatosaur maybe or whatever it was in the city was
Oh, well, it
dying.
was kind of almost blocking traffic.
Yeah, because I think they said it had some kind of disease
Oh,
that was killing them off.
I missed that.
Hmm.
Uh, mm,
Yeah, it was interesting. It was still a good time, but I mean, I think it's safe to say these movies have kind of slowly declined in quality ever since the first one, more or
yeah,
less.
we're not quite into Fast and Furious territory yet, but
It's
we're like
easily
one
could be
movie
on its way
away.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think going into it though, we both also had fairly low expectations.
Yeah, which, if anything, I would have thought made me enjoy it more than I did, or
Yeah.
maybe that's the reason I did enjoy it as much
Mhm.
as I did.
Yeah, and that's how I feel too. I think had I gone into it with expectations that this is going to be a Jurassic Park one, I would
Yeah.
have been very disappointed. But because I'd heard so much about how it's just this terrible movie and it's not worth going to see, I had really low expectations and I did enjoy it. For what it was, I enjoyed it.
Yeah. It was, fun monster movie ultimately at the end of the day
Hmm.
with some
Yeah.
cool action.
Hmm. Um,
Oh,
s- Speaking of monsters, go ahead.
Yep, I think we're on the same
I
page
think
here.
so.
We got to talk about the D-Rex, right? Because
Hmm.
I think what were my exact words when it first came on screen? It looked like um Godzilla had been infected with a xenomorph or like, attacked by a facehugger.
Hmm. And I think it looks like Alien.
That's what I'm saying. It's like
Yeah.
if Godzilla was turned into, like if a chest burster came out of Godzilla and we had a little Godzilla alien hybrid baby.
Okay. Yeah, see, I haven't actually seen the movie. I've just seen the cover, so I don't know what they're really called.
Oh,
Yeah, but yes, I
oh,
agree.
we'll have to watch that sometime
I'll have
then.
to
I think
watch
you'd
that.
you'd you'd probably like it.
I'm sure I would. And I was doing a little bit of research, and I don't know if this is accurate, but this was what I found. Is the whole time I'm thinking, what the heck does D-Rex stand for? What I found online is Distortus Rex.
Oh,
Makes sense.
yeah.
And I don't know if that's the official name.
I mean, it
Uh,
wouldn't surprise me. The pterosaurs were called
mhm.
mutodons. So,
I think I liked those better than the D-Rex that I didn't love.
definitely.
I think they were, I don't want to say the worst part of the movie, but maybe they kind of were the worst part of the movie. I wasn't all that impressed with either of them. I thought Indominus was a better hybrid type mutant dinosaur
Even
than the D-Rex.
even the Indoraptor was pretty cool.
Yes. And for a movie that seems to, it felt like this one was supposed to be so focused on these mutant dinosaurs. We only really saw two.
And they got barely any screen time and no real explanation. Like the D-Rex
Hmm.
barely did anything.
Yeah. It ate a couple people and a helicopter.
And that was pretty much it.
That's it. Um, so I thought they could have done better. I
Hmm.
thought we were going to see a whole island full of mutant
Like it
dinosaurs.
was like it was going to be another Lost World type movie, but with more
Yes.
cross species stuff going on.
Yes. And that is not what we
Yeah.
got.
Although, funny enough, and maybe kind of ironically, I feel like the best parts of this movie were the real dinosaurs.
Yes. And I wish we would have seen more of those too, though, because it didn't feel like we really saw that many dinosaurs.
Oh no, it was basically like, well, we have these three we have to track down. Okay, we hit this plot beat, moving on from this dinosaur. Then we found this one.
Mhm.
Okay, we got its DNA, moving on.
Yeah, it felt almost like, the dinosaur ride at Disney World, where
Yeah,
you're going through and it's like, there's a blah, 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 there's a blah, 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 and you see it and you keep going.
that was actually literally basically the plot of this movie. That's really funny to think about.
Um,
They're going through the whole island like, nope, not our dino.
Not a dino. Yep. Finally, they find him. Um, But unlike the dinosaur, no, no, they did actually. They ended up bringing home the
Dolores.
no. Well, they got their specimens.
Oh
They
yeah, they
collected the blood
did.
samples, just like they did with oh my God,
The
Iguanodon.
iguanodon. Yeah,
So they did okay. Well, that's what it was. The whole Jurassic World Rebirth was just the dinosaur ride in movie form, except that
yeah,
they've already done that one.
yeah. Like 25 years ago.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and they also, I feel like, didn't really. I can't help but feel like the movie didn't really have an ending. Like the whole point was to get the samples to someone to
Mhm.
do something with them, and they were just like, well, now we have to decide what to do with these, and they sail off into the sunset. And I'm like, okay, it would have been nice if this felt like its own complete story and not just part one of a thing.
Yeah. I
Like they
mean,
didn't wrap up anybody's arcs.
no. They did say they were going to give it to everyone,
But it would have been
but
nice to at least see that and to see everybody
yes,
get back to the mainland.
yes, I agree. And I really, really thought when they were going back to the mainland, the Mosasaurus was going to come back. I was kind
Yeah,
of hoping
whenever,
for it to just come and, I don't know, destroy the boat or something, and then,
yeah,
but
I remember even making a joke when they were on their way out and they started seeing all the dolphins and they were like, "Oh, it's beautiful." I leaned over and I remember being like, "What they don't know is all the dolphins are running from the mosasaur."
yes, you did. But I did like in the beginning how the mosasaur and the spinosaur. First of all, I love that they made the Spinosaurus aquatic
Yeah,
or semi-aquatic, and
amphibious. Yeah,
yeah, and and that it was hunting with the mosasaur,
that was neat to see.
and because the Spinosaurus and which one was it? Two, three,
Three.
three. It was not. It was land creature at that point. So I did really enjoy seeing it amphibious and how they talked about how it will come on the land and it will hunt you. I do wish they would have shown it on land hunting, especially since they talked about it other than just eating that one chick on the beach.
Yeah, and then it just swam away. It was
Yeah.
just bored, I guess. I don't
Right.
know.
Like there are all these
Or
other
it's
people here that you could eat for fun.
like surely one small person is not enough to fill you.
Right. So that was
Yeah,
a little disappointing, but it was cool to see the Spinosaurus in the water.
it was. Yeah, wasn't an awful movie, but it
Um,
definitely was not the best of them.
what was your favorite part?
Ooh, I really, honestly, I thought the most effective use of any kind of tension in the movie was probably when they were scaling down the cliff to try to get into the nest of the, I can never pronounce it properly, the big
Oh, I can't
pterosaur that starts with
either.
a Q, Quetzal something.
Yeah, I'm
I
not.
can never remember the name,
I can't either.
but I think that was probably the most exciting part for me.
And did you? And I remember at the time thinking, why does this feel so familiar? And then the more I thought about it, it hit me when Loomis, right? Is that the scientist
Yeah, I think
name?
so.
When he was swinging back and forth
Uh-huh.
trying to get the vial. This is so familiar. Why is it so familiar? Because in the first one, when Dr. Grant was
Oh,
doing the same thing
when
with
they
one of
went
the
over the
kids.
edge after the
Yes.
T-Rex, him and
Yes.
Tim.
And so,
Yeah, that's right.
um,
Okay, so that's another callback.
yeah. hmm And
Also, it kind of
Loomis,
remind.
no, go
Oh,
ahead.
I was gonna say it also kind of reminded me of whenever the trailer, the RV went off the cliff in Lost World. A little bit, not the same situation, but
Mm, I can see that. And also that Loomis mentioned working with or training under Alan Grant.
yeah, I was like, okay, they had to get some kind of nod into the original cast
Something,
somewhere.
yeah. Uh, My favorite part was the rap scene,
Yeah, that was cool.
just since it was in the book and it was cool to see something from the book come to life because it's something that I saw the movie, as you know, way before I read the book. I just recently, within the last year or so, read the book for the first time. I still need to read the second
Yeah,
one. Uh, but it was so different from the movie, and I was a little disappointed in how different it was from the movie. Um, so it was really cool to see
like
that come to life. And
like dis
so
like
uh,
disappointed in the book or disappointed that the movie didn't have some of the things that the book did.
disappointed that the movie didn't have some of the things the book did. Now I love the movie
Mm,
and I love the book, which is funny because I'm not a big reader, but
mm.
love the book, love the movie. I should say it was audiobook. I did not actually read it. I listened to it.
Okay.
Uh, But there were some of the scenes, I guess, I don't know what you would call it in a book, scenes in the book
Yeah.
that I wish would have been in the movie. Now, there are some scenes in the movie that were fantastic that weren't in the book that I loved. Um, So I guess not so much disappointment in either of them. It's just I would have loved to see this on the screen.
Yeah, so it was cool that we finally did get the raft sequence.
Yes, and especially that it seemed to follow it so closely with the T-Rex is sleeping as she's trying to pull the raft out.
Yeah,
It's the kid that's pulling the raft out, uh and the whole, noise that it makes when it opens up, and now the dinosaur is gone. It was I liked how closely they followed it.
yeah, that was cool. But again, I can't help but laugh at the fact that it's like, yeah, that was one of the best parts of the movie, and it's because they pulled it from a book that was written about 30 years ago.
Yes, yes. But you know what to me was kind of odd about the raft scene?
Hmm.
The T-Rex chewed on it at
And it
least
didn't pop.
once. Yeah, it didn't pop.
I thought about that too, because that was, as cool as it was, one of the most terrifying moments where it goes to bite down on top of her and you can see its teeth stretching the raft.
Hmm.
I was like, that's a really cool visual, but that thing should be shredded.
Yes. Which that part kind of reminds me of when Tim and Lex were in the Jeep and the
And it
T-Rex
came
comes down
down
on
on
her.
him.
Yes. What would
Right.
have been awesome if, 'cause apparently in that scene in the first movie, the glass wasn't supposed to break from the
Yeah.
Jeep. Wouldn't it have been so cool if I don't know if they used animatronics though in that scene. I don't know how they did it,
No,
but if
I
it would
doubt it.
have
I mean,
broken
possible.
the raft on
Yeah.
accident. Mhm.
I could be wrong, but I would be very surprised if they used any animatronics in this
Yeah,
movie.
I'm with you. It's probably mostly CGI and just whatever other animation.
Hmm. Yeah. Tennis balls on sticks and all that.
Yeah, exactly. But if they would have used the real deal.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Speaking of sticks, I was also surprised the Dilophosaurus never came back and got any kind of moment toward the end.
Yes, I was really hoping he got the guy driving away because they showed the
Right.
dock signs like we talked about when we were
They
watching it, the
did,
dock
which
signs.
again, I was like, I don't know if that'd be too much of a nod to the original or if they might as well just embrace it and do it because it would be fun to see.
Yeah. I feel like so many times during this movie, I was just wanting it to be a remake or an update of the original.
I think that maybe says a lot about where the franchise is at. That it's like
Yeah.
if we're gonna keep doing these, we might as well just start over and adapt the book again.
They can do what the Harry Potter, the new HBO series is doing.
Yeah, do a new reboot and try to make it more
Hmm.
faithful to the original. They could make it darker.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
would
they
have to be a
could.
lot
It would have to
darker.
be. Yeah, so many more people died. I was really surprised that no one in the family died
Me too, especially the dad with his broken leg that magically healed enough for him to hike miles through the mountains.
multiple times.
Yeah,
He kept getting hurt and he just
I
walks it
know.
off. Like, oh, I can't walk. And then, like you say, he's hiking up a mountain.
Yeah, because his knee was bent the wrong way on that
Uh-huh.
boat,
Uh-huh.
and then he's hiking miles across that place
And then
with no
he
splint or
no
anything.
nothing. Yeah, he has a walking stick at one point. That's not doing anything for you. And then he lets his daughter like, swim across the river alone to go get this raft when he can like off and on walk just fine. The boyfriend is there, and you send
Right.
her off alone, and it was just odd.
It was. I do think the boyfriend had the funniest scene in the whole movie, though.
The pee scene,
Yeah.
yeah, that was a funny one.
It was, it's like, it was funny, but also there's part of me that's like, man, that's the one moment they gave the raptors in the whole movie was, oh my God, it's right behind him. It's gonna eat him. Oh, it's dead. Oh, okay, no more raptors. Cool.
Yeah, they could have done so much more.
It's like the movie, it felt like it had so much potential. It just
Yeah, yeah.
didn't do anything with.
Speaking of raptors,
Hmm.
the scene in the gas station definitely, which we talked about, I think when we were watching it, definitely felt like the kitchen scene
Oh yeah, right down to
Crazy.
somebody being in a freezer
Yep.
and peeking around the shelves and the raptor jumping up on top and
Yes.
or not the raptor,
The
the mutadon.
mutant, yeah. And even hiding under the car, which that wasn't that was Jurassic
Jurassic
World,
World.
where they
Yeah,
were hiding under a
wherever Owen
car.
got under the
Hmm.
yeah, when the Indominus got out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it basically was not quite as as good sort of remake-ish that was like 40% nods and references to the other movies,
Oh,
but
at least 40%.
at least I think that was even me being too generous.
Hmm. And I was reading today about just trying to see what other Easter egg type things I may have missed. And I think we basically caught all of them. Everything I was reading, like, yeah, we talked about that. We talked about that. Talked about this.
I'm
But
not surprised.
what I missed was there were references to Jaws and Indiana Jones.
Okay.
So apparently, and it's been a long time since I've seen Indiana Jones. I wasn't a huge, I mean, I liked the movies, but I'm not the biggest fan in the world. Apparently, when they were trying to get into the egg nest,
Hmm.
that was supposed to look like the inside of one of the temples.
It did give me kind of an Indiana Jones vibe, but I just thought, oh, ancient temple in the jungle, not much to it. I didn't notice any specific details.
I read from several sources that it was very intentional, that it looked like Indiana
Hmm.
Jones. But it's been so long since I've seen the movies, I couldn't say one way or the other. But I think it was actually confirmed that they were trying to pay tribute to Jaws.
Okay.
When Scarlett Johansson's character was on the front of the boat with the gun,
Hmm.
it's apparently it's been a while since I've seen Jaws all the way through too, but apparently she was doing it the same way as the guy was in Jaws when he was trying to shoot the shark. Um,
Oh,
and there was apparently one like a full scene that mirrored one of the scenes from Jaws.
okay. I'd have to go back and watch it, but I could see
Mhm.
it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have
That doesn't
to
surprise me.
once it's free on TV, I'll watch it again,
Yeah.
and try and pick that out. So they're not just pulling from the Jurassic movies; they're
They're
taking
just like,
whatever they can get.
let's just look at everything Spielberg has done. There's got to be
Mhm.
something we can pull.
Yep.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know if there's really too much more to say about the movie at this point. I know
Yeah.
it wasn't exactly a glowing review, but it just was, I don't know, it was just kind of a fun time. But
It's worth watching, I think.
yeah, just without really high expectations. It's not,
Mhm.
comparable to the first Jurassic Park by any
No,
means.
absolutely not. I don't think any of them are comparable to the first Jurassic Park.
No, I would say for me, the only one that personally comes close is maybe Lost World, which honestly, I think that should even be something we talk about maybe in a future episode, unless you'd be prepared for it. As I think I was saying the other day, I'd really like to do a ranking of all the Jurassic movies.
Hmm. I'm gonna have to watch them all through again. It's
Okay.
it's been I rewatch just like Harry Potter. I think we talked about this. I rewatch the same ones over and over again.
Yeah,
Um, so keeping the others straight is a challenge for me when I have not seen them in a while. So I'm gonna have to go watch them all through again. I've
okay.
seen the first one about a billion times.
Me too.
Yeah.
I've seen probably the first two and then the first Jurassic World, each about a
Right.
billion times.
Yeah, the
And
first
the rest
Jurassic
of
World.
them, and then, three, Fallen Kingdom and Dominion, not as much. I've definitely watched three quite a few times. I think I only ever saw Dominion once.
Hmm. I've seen the beginning of that one several times.
Oh.
Just the beginning. I think it plays after Jurassic Park 1 on one of the streaming services.
Okay.
And so it just has come on. I don't mind it though. There are worse movies to follow Jurassic Park up with.
Yeah. Okay, well, I guess now that we're done with Rebirth pretty much, a couple of things I'd be curious about. Okay, this was one thing I was thinking about today. If we exclude raptors and the T-Rex, what's your favorite Jurassic Park dinosaur?
Dinosaurs.
Or Spinosaurus? Okay. Okay, good choice. For me, probably. Ooh, I'm torn between either the Compies or Pachycephalosaur.
Um,
I've just ever since I was a kid, I thought the Packies were cool with the big, like exposed, dome on their heads and how they like
Yeah.
charge at each other. But also, I don't know, the Compies are like cute and terrifying at the same
The same
time,
thing.
and
Yeah.
I still think that was it I think Dieter Stark in Lost World, I think his death was still one of the most horrifying ones out of any of the movies where the compies swarm him and they
Yes.
kill him in the river,
hmm
which I think is pretty much how Hammond died in the book. I think they gave Hammond's death from the first book to him, if I remember correctly.
For now. Shoot. I guess I have to listen to the book again.
Because I know Hammond did die in the first book.
hmm
I think he was the one that got
I
attacked by the compies.
I think the worst death though in the first book was Ian Malcolm.
Oh yeah, I
I
try to
was
forget about that.
I know I was so upset over that.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say something, but never mind.
What?
Because you haven't read the second one yet,
No,
right?
I haven't read the second one yet.
Okay. Well, I'll leave that alone until you do.
Okay, I'm gonna have to add it to I'll use my Google credits and buy it in the next couple days. Start listening to it.
Okay. So I know this is probably going to be a super easy question, but do you have a favorite human character from the movies?
Ah, probably Ellie.
That's what I figured.
Yeah, I really like Ian and Alan, but Ellie, she just knows so much and she's so passionate and good with people.
Yeah,
Like, Ian Malcolm is just cocky as all get out,
he
which I can
is.
appreciate, but he's, and then Alan isn't great with people, and sometimes it's for no reason. Like, why did you have to say this like mean thing to the kid?
Yeah.
Um, So, yeah, Ellie.
Okay. And I can totally understand that being kind of an admirable thing that she's so smart and good at what she does and good at good with people, which is
Yeah.
like I hadn't even given that too much thought, honestly, but you're right, especially compared to Alan.
hmm And Alan's great. He's probably my second favorite.
Mm.
Uh, but yeah, sometimes he's just like rude for the sake of being rude.
Yeah. I feel like I've always really loved Ian just because he's so funny, obviously.
Yeah, he's funny.
But I mean, yeah, Alan Grant is always the one that I'm like, man, that's the kind of person I would have loved to have as a teacher
Yes.
growing up.
hmm
Although, other than that, um, one of the most interesting characters to me that I wish we could have seen more of was Roland, the big game hunter from Lost World who wanted to hunt the T-Rex.
hmm
I always thought he was really cool as a kid.
He was cool. What's that? I also kind of liked the kids, like
Yeah.
both sets of kids.
Oh,
And then
Lex and
Lex
Tim, and then
and Gray
Gray
and
and Zach.
Zach. Hmm.
I really it was funny. I feel like in some ways I kind of related to Gray
Yeah.
with just like he was just like so much energy and excitement about
Hmm.
the dinosaurs and just spitting out all the random facts.
Yes.
But then there were the little moments, like one of the ones that always makes me laugh is where they're on their way there and he's asking Zach, "How big is the island?" He goes, "I don't know, it's big." He goes, "No, like how many pounds?" And Zach is like, "That doesn't even make sense."
And what I like too is that Zach, because at the beginning, Zach's a snot-nosed teenager. You don't like him.
Right.
But once things really get bad, he changes
Yeah,
and
he's
kind
like,
of
"All right,
matures
I'm in
and
big brother mode. I've got to look out
yes.
for him."
Hmm. And I thought that was cool and how different he was at the end of the movie than he was at the beginning.
Hmm. See, I also kind of wish, well, I mean, I guess they kind of did the same thing with Lex and Tim, but I almost wish they wouldn't have just dropped Zach and Gray after that first movie.
Yeah. Wouldn't it have been cool if grown Lex and Tim would have met Zach and Gray?
That would have been cool.
I wonder why because they have mentioned um, Ian and Alan and Ellie and why am I blanking on the doctor's name right now?
Woo?
Yes, Woo. And Hammond, they mentioned all of them in several of the other movies, but Lex and Tim, which I mean, I guess it makes sense because they really didn't contribute anything as like
But they were
actually
still,
contributions.
related to Hammond, and as they got older, assuming they weren't so traumatized they wanted nothing to do with the dinosaurs, they could
Mhm.
have kind of contributed to the company in some way.
I wish they would have.
Yeah, I mean, come on, we got Dodgson back, and we didn't get Lex and Tim.
Yeah.
We got Dodgson in the third Jurassic World, and no mention of Lex and Tim.
They don't just need us to work for Universal. They need us to help consult on all of their movies as well.
We should just start writing the movies.
We
Yeah.
should. We should.
We're
There's
just over here like they're like Dodgson, Dodgson, we got Dodgson here, and we're looking around for Lex and Tim. Like, see, nobody cares.
those
Oh, thank you. We're such nerds. I
we
love it.
are. Yeah. I had something else I wanted to ask you, and now I forgot what it was. Shoot, maybe it'll come to
Mm.
me. We have 2 minutes left, by the way,
Already?
already.
I guess we spent a long time roasting Rebirth.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, yeah.
Or the elongated Snickers commercial.
It really was. Like after my brother said that, I thought back to it and I really almost expected after that cut to black. It's like you could see them doing you're not you when you're
When you're
hungry.
hungry. Yes. Oh yeah,
Like
me too.
somebody looks at the D-Rex and
Mhm.
now it's a T-Rex and it's like better? Better.
Snickers needs to do that now. They
Right.
probably paid enough money for their product to be in the movie that they maybe could
Eh, I'll just have to get better at 3D modeling and I'll make that commercial
do it.
and we can put it on the YouTube channel.
We should. We really should. I bet AI could help us.
Oh, yeah.
So, favorite dinosaur in general?
Oh, okay. So stepping outside of Jurassic a little bit.
Hmm.
Mm, okay, maybe still the Packy, but the other two that I always really liked as a kid were Parasaurolophus
Mhm.
and Ankylosaur.
Okay.
Like I always thought that the ones everybody typically likes, like the Triceratops,
Mhm.
Stegosaurus, T-Rex, those were all cool, but I always thought the kind of more unusual looking ones were, I don't know, they appealed to me. So what about you? Favorite dinosaur overall?
Utahraptor
Okay.
and probably I really like the Archaeopteryx as well.
Archaeopteryx is cool.
Hmm. Utahraptor is the first actual dinosaur fossil that I remember ever seeing in person.
Ooh.
And it was in Utah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
I think we did talk about that
we may have
back when you were there.
a long time ago.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
Yeah, so that was cool to see. And because those were kind of what the Jurassic Park raptors were modeled after, size-wise. That's more what
Yeah.
we're looking at. Uh, Yeah, I like
Well,
those.
almost. Utah Raptors to me are terrifying because if I remember correctly, I think those are even like twice the size of the Jurassic Park Raptors, aren't they? Like they're
Uh,
pretty huge, right?
they're pretty big. They're like 6 feet long, if I'm remembering correctly.
Okay, I thought they were bigger than that from what I was.
Let's,
Maybe I'm misremembering.
let's Google it real quick. Yeah, there was something cool. Oh, hold on. Maybe it was 6 feet tall because this is saying 16 feet long. I mean, well, they have long
Cool.
tails. They have
Yeah.
long tails. Um,
Still, that's a big dinosaur.
it was a big dinosaur. Let's see. Height. Okay, 5 foot tall. So then,
Oh, so
yeah,
yeah, so Jurassic Park size.
yeah. It's just, the tails are so long. It's not
Yeah.
a 20-foot long body.
Yeah, it's like half tail, right?
Yeah. Yeah, but I think they're cool. And I think they're even scarier now that we know they had feathers.
Yeah.
I mean, the
Yeah,
whole
somehow the
lizard-like thing is scary, but I think feathers make it worse.
somehow the closer it gets to a 6 foot turkey, the scarier it actually is.
Yes. Yes. Which is funny that in the movies they talk about that and then they're
Yeah.
still lizard-like.
Which is crazy because I even saw behind the scenes stuff like with Jack Horner being on set and they were doing interviews and talking about how yeah, even back then we knew they probably had feathers, but it was just so cool to see them, looking so real.
Hmm.
I'm like, man, that's wild. I love that so many paleontologists seem to actually love these movies even though they're not accurate, really.
Yeah. Yeah, they're still fun.
Yeah.
Still fun. There was this cool scale at the museum, and I wish I could remember now. It's been so long since I was there, where it would, when you stand on the scale, it didn't show you pounds, it showed you dinosaurs. Like, you weighed as much as this dinosaur.
Oh, that's fun. I would have loved to do that.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be small dinosaurs
Right, but
to weigh,
still,
like 1 to 200 pounds. But yeah, it's pretty cool.
that is cool. I remember there was one set up in if I'm remembering it correctly, it was on one of the band trips. I almost want to say San Antonio, maybe, because there was something set up in a mall where somebody had like this sort of dinosaur exhibit almost. And
Hmm.
I remember them having, I think, some replica skulls on display. There was a full, like, feathered, sculpted, like, museum type model of an Archaeopteryx, which I thought was really cool.
Cool.
And then on one of the support columns in the building, they had a printout of the leg bone structure of a T-Rex so you could get a sense of how tall it was.
Cool.
And I remember thinking that was the coolest thing. This was on band trips, so we were supposed to be in groups. The rest of
Hmm.
my people split off and started going to do their own thing, and I think I spent like 10 minutes talking to the guy running the thing, just nerding out about dinosaurs.
Oh, that's fun.
I was like, I'm probably gonna get in trouble for not being in a group right now, but I don't even care. This
It's
is
worth
cool.
it. It's worth it. Yeah. That's what I was going to tell you earlier. When you're talking about having Alan Grant as a teacher, I don't know if I ever told you about him, but when I was in college, I had a professor who was one of the coolest people that I've ever met. He's a paleontologist and he taught because, you can't exactly like dig up bones all year long.
Mhm.
He taught, he would take students on digs, and I was
Yes,
planning to go with, and then the one I was going to go on, something happened and ended up getting canceled or rescheduled. Never was able to go, which is devastating.
I do remember that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was so cool. He taught a bunch of stuff, but I had his biology class, and he was
Mm.
very, the way he would say things to students when they said stupid stuff, like I could see Alan Grant saying this if he had a classroom full of college kids. Um, but yeah, he was so cool. And he also was a photographer for National Geographic.
Whoa.
Yeah, and
I
he
bet he's
told
seen
us,
some cool things.
yeah, he has. He told us about how he went to the Galapagos and was taking pictures there. And he's been all
Oh,
over the world traveling with National Geographics. And he gets to dig up dinosaurs. And he just teaches during the off season.
that's incredible. I mean, that's like Indiana Jones level of accomplishments.
Yes. Yeah, he was cool. I've actually have tried to get in touch with him several times since I graduated, and he has never responded to me. So he must
Oh,
just be so busy. Uh,
probably off in another country somewhere.
yeah, discovering things,
Oh, that's
taking
really
pictures
cool
of
though that you.
penguins in Antarctica or something.
Oh, okay. Yep, I'm jealous now. I love penguins.
I know you do. Yeah, he's
No,
cool.
that's awesome. I would
Mhm.
love to be able to experience even a tenth of what that man has seen.
Yeah, yeah, he's written textbooks.
That's
It would be
incredible.
to have the amount of knowledge on a subject, dinosaurs, biology. He's written several, but to have that level of knowledge to be able to write a textbook, if I could write a textbook on dinosaurs, just man.
I know. The funny thing is, though, I've always felt like if there was anybody I knew who probably could write a textbook on dinosaurs, it was you.
I just struggled to tell you how long my favorite dinosaur is.
I know, but even so, I feel like the number of conversations we've had where like even if we hadn't seen each other in months, we'd start talking and you'd be like, "Oh, by the way, I found out that they just discovered this thing about this dinosaur, which contradicts what we've known for the past 20 years about this." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I don't know where I would have even found that information, but that's awesome that you know that." Like I remember there was a time I don't remember exactly when this was or what we were even doing because I didn't do much other than just sit next to you. But I remember us going to the beach one time and you sat there on your towel in a swimsuit with a book about dinosaurs. And I was like, see, you're the person I want to go on beach trips with because I also don't care about doing beach things.
Don't put me in the sand. Don't put me in the ocean.
And I think I've said several times before, I always just think whenever we start talking dinosaur stuff about the beginning of Jurassic Park 3, whenever Alan is talking with Ellie's kid, and the kid is like, this is a carnivore, and this is an omnivore, and that's the dinosaur man. I'm like, every time I think about you, I'm like, that's the dinosaur lady.
Well, thanks.
Of course.
I will gladly be the dinosaur lady. Gladly. Yeah, I still dream job if I could do anything, paleontologist. Did I tell you? I'm sure I did at some point along the way, but at the end of high school, they make you sit down with a career counselor to talk about what you're going to do with your life. Did you
Mhm.
have to do that? I had to do that.
Probably. That sounds kind of
Um,
familiar.
well, they invited our parents. So it was my mom, career counselor, me, all sitting in the office talking about what I'm going to do with my life. And
Hmm.
the career counselor is like, okay, so what do you think you want to study in college? Like, well, I want to be a paleontologist. She laughed at me.
Oh,
And my mom
that's
said,
messed up.
yeah, and my mom said, you're never going to make any money doing that. You can't be a paleontologist, do something else. So now I do HR.
But I mean, think about it. If everybody who's a paleontologist now listened to their parents when they said that, we'd have no paleontologists and we'd know nothing about dinosaurs,
Yeah, you're probably right.
right? Like,
Oh,
yeah, it's, I don't know. I don't understand the idea that you can't do a thing you love just because money.
right.
That's always bothered me. I mean, as
So,
somebody who does nothing but art in his free time,
hmm
that hits kind of hard for me.
yeah.
Of like, no, you're not going to make money at that. I'm like, okay, it's not a
But
reason
I
not
will
to
be
do it.
happy.
Exactly. And to me, that's worth more than all the money in the world.
Yes. And when I do get to go to museums where they have dinosaur exhibits, which in the South does not happen very often, you have to go up
No.
north to get to the good ones. But every time I've been at a museum that has actual dinosaur exhibits with paleontologists on staff, a lot of times they have, and part of the exhibit is you can watch them either putting a fossil together or cleaning
Ooh,
something off. A lot of times I've seen it's like a big window and you can watch them while they work. And that's where I spend most of my time. I just sit there and I watch them and they're like putting together a prehistoric turtle.
that is so cool. I would be right there with you. Maybe that's
Yeah.
another thing we should do one day is plan a trip to a museum somewhere.
Yes.
Because that's
Yes, we
another one of
should.
those things where I feel like you and I can nerd out about that in a ways
Hmm
that nobody else we know is going to appreciate.
hmm Yep. So I'm trying to raise the children with that appreciation.
Well, I appreciate that.
Thanks. We went to a museum in Atlanta a few months ago,
Yeah, I
and
remember that.
they had a temporary dinosaur exhibit.
Yeah, you'd mentioned that because I remember asking what you were doing for the day, and you're like, "Oh, we're in Atlanta. We
Yeah,
drove several
made,
hours
made the
away."
drove. Yeah, um, and there were fossils that you could touch. I mean,
Whoa.
it's just like bone fragments. It's nothing super crazy, but
Still, that's
this is a dinosaur.
yeah. I still think about that link you sent me once on Instagram to that company that sells smaller fossil parts where it was like I
Hmm
think it was like 20 something dollars you can get a whole set of like Spinosaurus teeth.
Uh-huh. Like
Um
fragments of Spinosaurus teeth. Yeah.
yeah, I'm
Um,
like, man, I kind of want to do that.
well, I did tell you about my Corporalite purchase, right?
Yes, you did tell me about that.
To this day, that is one of my I think most favorite purchases.
That's
For
awesome.
for anyone listening who doesn't know, Corporalite is fossilized dinosaur poop, and I own
Yes,
some.
it is. That's so cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess the closest I've got, which is not bad, all things considered, I think it's still pretty neat, is I've managed to find digital scans and like 3D model recreations of actual fossils that I've been able to 3D print. Like I had shown you a couple
Mhm.
when you were over here last
Yeah.
week. Like I have a 3D print that I did that's an actual like one-to-one replica of a specific fossilized T-Rex tooth that somebody had scanned. So
And it
it's
looks
not the
really
real.
good.
Thank you. So I mean,
Yeah.
it's not the real thing, but it's pretty close. And
Yeah.
they have 3D printable files out there for all kinds of different fossils and skulls and full skeletons, even of certain things. I mean, I've seen people 3D print I think I've told you about this before, but I've seen people 3D print full-size T-Rex skulls that take up their entire dining room table.
That's cool. You know, I told Nick several times actually, but if I made it big, like had more money than I knew what to do with,
Hmm.
I would have a dinosaur skeleton or at least a skull, something cool, a foot
Yeah,
in my kitchen as my centerpiece.
that would be really cool. See, me, I guess going back to some of my favorite dinosaurs, I'd really want probably like a Packy skull mounted on the wall or something.
Ah, that'd be cool. That would be cool. Like if
Almost,
if we if we won the lottery, you wouldn't know, but there would be signs.
yes, exactly.
Walk into museum quality skeleton fossil exhibit.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny you say that, but going back to the 3D printing thing, I don't remember if you saw, but I think I had actually sent you something on Reddit a couple weeks back where somebody had a picture of all these skulls on these nice display stands in their room, and it looked gorgeous. And the caption said, I got a 3D printer and I can't stop printing fossils. So, I mean, you could have a collection of them. I know it's not the real thing, but you could have them.
Yeah. You know what? Maybe that's one of the next projects. Maybe we pick a small dinosaur, 3D print the bones.
And do like a museum quality display.
Yeah,
That would be neat.
it would be neat.
I actually, funny enough, I did find a couple weeks back, I was thinking about buying it, 3D files for like a studio reference kind of maquette sculpture, full sized of a compy standing on a little rock. So it's like 3 feet
Oh.
long and prints in pieces. I
Hmm.
was like, man, it'd be so cool to print that and paint it to look super realistic
Hmm.
and put that up on top of one of my shelves somewhere.
Yes. I still need to paint. I haven't painted in so long, and I love to paint. I need to just bite the bullet and buy some new paint and do it. But I
Yeah.
have a diffuser, yeah, essential oils diffuser.
Oh, yeah, the
That,
volcano one?
yeah, the volcano with the dinosaur.
Yeah.
But it's a kid one, and it looks so childish. But I want so bad to paint it to look real.
Hmm.
And actually, I don't think I've even taken it out the closet since we moved.
Oh wow. Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember you talking to me about that when you were
Years
here like
ago.
3 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I've had it for a long time.
That was on our
And
list of projects back then.
yep, still on the list.
That's okay. I've
Still.
still got projects, sitting here from years and years ago. You just kind of pick and choose what you have time and energy for.
Hmm. Yeah. There's very little time and very little energy these days.
Ain't that the truth?
Oh.
No, I definitely, oh, excuse me. I definitely do like the idea of getting together and making a dinosaur skeleton, though.
It could be the Raptor round two.
Yeah,
I mean, we got to go full circle. We made
we
the
do.
raptor baby hatching, the full-grown raptor head. Now, we got to do the dead one.
Yeah. And then eventually, 3 years from now, we can revisit the baby one and make it like a movie quality puppet, like full silicone body and everything
Yeah, with feathers.
with feathers. There we go.
With feathers. And I'm ready to
Oh,
add to
that's a
my
cool
dinosaur
idea.
tattoos.
Yeah. That's another thing I was going to mention as far as me thinking about it as in like, yeah, that's the dinosaur lady. Is I'm like, I know no other people in my life. I don't think I've ever met another person that has dinosaur tattoos.
Really?
I don't think so.
I know at least two other people with dinosaur tattoos.
Well, apparently you know cooler people than I do, because I wish I knew more people who were that into dinosaurs.
And you know what? When I was a kid, and again, I've never been a huge reader, but when I was a kid, my mom worked at this orthodontist office, and every now and then when I was off of school, I would have to go there. with her if, there's
Hmm.
no one to keep me. And there was this book. It was just like had a black cover. The whole outside was black, no picture, nothing. But it was about dinosaurs. And that's what
Mm.
I would read when I was a kid. And she would take me to work. They had this whole, all these books for in the waiting room and dinosaur book. Ever since I was a little
Yeah.
kid, just gravitated to the dinosaurs. But I only have one dinosaur tattoo right now, though, and that's not nearly enough.
Yeah, but it's better than no dinosaur
It
tattoos.
is better than no dinosaur tattoos. I don't know. I still don't know how you passed me up in tattoos, and I got started way before you. It's time for another one.
And it's even been a while for me because I got my first one like 3 or 4 years ago, and then I waited probably 2 years in between that and the next one.
Mhm. My last one was the 25th anniversary of the Jurassic Park movie. And that came out
Yeah.
in what, 93?
So it's been almost three
It's
years.
it's been longer than that.
Oh wait, because oh yeah, you said 25th, not 30th, right?
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
they
not
just did the
2023.
30th.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Oh yeah, so
So
it has been a while.
it's been a while.
Yeah.
Um, I'm, I'm
And I
past
still need
it.
to get I need to get whatever Jurassic Park tattoos I'm gonna get.
What are you gonna get?
So I had an idea and I'm not sure how I'm gonna do it exactly, but the idea that I've kind of got rolling around in my head right now is to do because I'm working on a Spider-Man sleeve on my left arm. So on my right arm, my plan was to do some of the other franchises that I'm really into. So I was
Hmm.
thinking maybe I don't have all the details set in stone, but maybe like Harry Potter Fantastic Beasts on my forearm, have that go up to Jurassic Park stuff around my bicep, maybe, and then coming up to my shoulder, maybe do something Star Wars and have it kind of transition from one to the next. But
Okay.
for Jurassic Park, I was trying to think like, how do I do something that kind of encompasses all the things I love about it? So I had a thought of like a not traditional style tattoo in terms of the art style, but kind of a traditional feeling tattoo in terms of the layout. I thought about
Hmm.
doing Hammond's cane as the centerpiece down my arm
Hmm.
and then getting the banner from the visitor center kind of snaking around it going down the middle, but instead of when dinosaurs ruled the earth, I wanted to take that same red and yellow font and put life finds a way,
Ah.
and then coming off the both sides of the staff kind of up at an angle. I was thinking maybe like a raptor claw on one side and maybe like a DNA vial or the Barbasol can on the other side,
Hmm.
and then maybe get Mr. DNA in there somewhere, kind of
Yeah,
for my
match your
dad.
dad.
But
Hmm.
yeah, so that's kind of what I'm thinking about right now. I'm not set on the design exactly, but
Hmm.
I think it'd be neat.
Yeah. You could always take the lightsaber, transition to the Elder Wand, and then down to the cane.
Into the cane. Oh, that's a cool idea. That's
Really
kind of
tie it
neat.
all together.
Yeah, because the one other idea that I did have to kind of bring it together was going from Marauder's map footprints on my forearm that
Hmm.
trail up my arm, transition into dinosaur tracks that transition into droid tracks.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah, so that
That
would
would
be
be really
another way to sort
cool.
of tie all three together.
Hmm. I'm just gonna add more dinosaurs. Mine aren't as creative as yours. I have a raptor. Gonna add a Dilophosaurus.
Hey,
But
those are some of the coolest dinosaurs, though. That's gonna be awesome.
they are, yeah. But I'm gonna do the Jurassic Park Dilophosaurus, not
Oh, of
the real
course.
deal. Yeah.
You've got to do the frills,
Have to.
especially for a tattoo. That's like asking to be turned into a piece of art.
Yes. Yes. It's gonna be kind of hiding behind the leaves.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
Hmm. I don't know which one I'm gonna get after that though, because I think I want to stay mostly with the Jurassic Park kind of style. as far as
Okay.
the not the what the dinosaurs actually looked like, but the Jurassic Park versions of them
Hmm.
for this tattoo at least.
Yeah.
I do
Then
eventually want a
you could get all
sleeve.
the you could do all the feathered ones on your other leg.
Yeah, I could. I could. One dinosaur at a time.
Yeah. Yeah, we definitely got to get some more tattoos and we got to make some more dinosaurs.
Yes. Good.
Oh,
Hmm.
have you heard about the Jurassic Park game they've been working on?
No.
I think you would really
Board
like this
game, video game.
video game.
Okay.
So I know you don't really play games much, but I think this is one that would probably be worth picking up for you. So it's called Jurassic Park Survival. It takes place, I think, 24 hours after the first movie, and you're a
Hmm.
scientist who's stranded on the island after everything has gone wrong. And it's like a survival horror game where you have to explore the island and try to get yourself to safety. And in the trailers, you see shots of like Nedry's crashed Jeep by the dock sign. And at one point, she runs through the kitchen trying to find a way out, and you see the raptor that was locked in the freezer.
Huh. Okay.
And it
I'm
seems like it'll
following
be
them on the social media.
okay. I think you would really like this game from all the trailers and the little bit of gameplay that I've seen,
Okay. Yeah, this looks cool.
doesn't it?
I wish they had more something on their website.
Oh, do they not? I haven't even been to the
Yeah, it's
website.
nothing. Almost nothing.
I think it's still a little ways away from coming
Mhm.
out.
It's, it's cool though.
Yeah.
Press materials, that's what I want to read about. Oh, okay. So there's a trailer. Screenshots, a logo, and a trailer.
Okay.
All
Yeah,
right,
that's
we got
about as much as
something.
I've seen.
Mm. Oh, it wants me to download the screenshots, not look at them. I'm not going to download something from a
Yeah, that's a little weird.
sketch. Yeah. Huh.
A little
Okay. A
sketchy.
little sketchy. But I will follow them on social media.
No, you should be fine. You should go ahead and download all the things. That website's totally safe. They've spared no
Yeah.
expense.
It's gonna have dinosaurs living in my computer.
You mean aside from the little T-Rex when the internet goes down?
Yes. It's funny that's what they chose.
Isn't it? I've seen people online get tattoos of that little dinosaur before.
That's an odd choice.
Isn't it?
Hmm. Oh, I don't know what I'm gonna add after the Dilophosaurus.
Mm, Spinosaurus
Yeah, maybe. I
or
just that one,
Mosasaur.
they're behind leaves though.
Oh, yeah, so they would have to be, you'd have to put them in a different spot and kind of work
Yeah,
in an aquatic section.
right. And the Spinosaurus I really like and I would like to use, but the size difference
Oh, yeah,
is
if you made
so
it so small, it would probably look weird.
yeah. And then could you tell what it was just by the head? Probably not. You'd have to see
You'd need the
the
fin.
sail, but I can't like that's not gonna work on this sound. I don't know.
It can't wrap all the way down your leg. Yeah.
No, it cannot. I mean, it could, but
Yeah, but
not gonna. Mm, I don't know. I do like the Parasaurolophus, so maybe that one. It's gonna have to be
and
something with a a head that is different from the other heads,
I was gonna say
noticeably different.
Parasaurolophus is a very recognizable
Hmm.
silhouette.
Yeah. Okay.
Everything
We're
okay?
good. Yeah, Nick's gonna get her, and
Okay.
we have 10
10
minutes
minute warning.
left.
Yeah, I just
Wow.
we really
We
can talk about
we
dinosaurs.
can talk about dinosaurs. Yeah.
I'm sure we could do a few more dinosaur episodes too, if we
I
really wanted to.
sure we could.
Hmm.
Mhm.
I know we've already kind of talked Jurassic rides pretty recently, so I don't know if there's much more to say about those right now.
Mm,
We talked a good bit about it during the ride ranking. We talked a little about kind of comparing Jurassic Park with Jurassic World, the ride.
yeah.
I guess the only other thing I could think is there maybe, oh no, we already kind of did that too. I was going to say maybe is there another Jurassic Park ride you'd like to see brought to the parks, but we already had the whole gyrosphere conversation as well.
Hmm.
I still do think that needs to happen someday.
Yeah. I really hope they do that one day.
Like that's just staring them right in the face. Like that's asking
Hmm.
to be made into a ride.
And you know what? And since it's, Halloween time, they they're doing, I think we talked about last week, Ellie Sattler costumes now,
Yeah,
Spirit. Uh, but what's interesting is I don't think I've ever seen one for Claire.
I think they maybe had Claire and Owen right when the first movie came out, but not since.
Hmm. And she's not a bad character, especially,
Not at
I mean, at the
all.
beginning, she's kind of sucky,
Kind of
calling
uptight, but
them
that's the
assets.
point. Like that was her
Yeah,
character arc.
right.
I think she's definitely better, second movie on or end of the
Oh,
first
for
movie on.
sure.
But I feel like everybody got so caught up in, oh my God, she ran away from the T-Rex in heels, and then that was all anybody
Hmm.
said about her character.
But she's that's a really good character, and especially when she gets into the next movie and she's in this mom type role,
Yeah,
she handled business.
she did. And then her, running the whole dinosaur protection group.
Hmm. Yeah, he's a good character.
Yeah. And it was cool. I'm sure, especially for you, even more so than me, it was cool to see her and Ellie team up in Dominion,
I'm trying to remember.
right? Because if I remember correctly, weren't they, whenever they were all sneaking through Biosyn, I think it was her and Ellie at one point going up against all the big locusts or cicadas or whatever they were
Um,
after her and Alan got away from them. Am
it
I,
was the kid.
was it? Am I remembering that wrong?
I know they ran into, and I can't remember her name right now. They ran into the kid.
Oh,
Ellie might
Maisie?
have joined. Yes, Maisie. Maybe Ellie joined them after.
Yeah, I could be misremembering that. Like I said, I've only seen the movie once, I think, maybe twice.
I
And that was when it
I've
came
seen
out.
the beginning several times.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I could
I've
be
only seen
misremembering
bits and
that,
pieces.
but I thought I remembered them two kind of working together at some point.
I'm sure they did. I need to rewatch all of them. I
Yeah.
forget things, man, I for the type of memory I have, I forget some stuff. And Nick,
Me
actually,
too.
we were talking about it today, movie quotes, and you are so good with movie quotes.
See,
I am
that's the thing.
not.
That's the kind of useless information that I couldn't get rid of if I tried.
Mhm.
But you asked me to remember anything important, and I'm like, nope, there's no space.
Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. That's me.
Like
But I don't remember the movie quotes either.
I'm surprised I haven't quoted the movies more than I have this episode. I think I've just been kind of trying to. Oh,
Daddy. Oh, I love you too. Are you going to bedtime? No. No? Okay. All right. Well, thanks for visiting me.
oh,
I
that was
just
so
wanted to say she
sweet.
loves me.
Oh,
She's so sweet. Mm.
but yeah, I think the only reason I haven't quoted the movies more this episode is because I knew if I didn't restrain myself, I just wouldn't stop.
Yeah. I can quote like two movies, and that's
Okay,
the,
what?
the Cat in the Hat.
Yeah, that's right.
I know every word. It's bad. And Titanic. Cat in the Hat and Titanic.
What a combo.
Hmm. Right? Uh, Today, Nick was out doing work in the yard, and yes, I trimmed the bushes. I did this and I did that. And I'm like, oh, so the hedges are all hedged and the weeds are all weeded. He just rolls his eyes at me. Like, was the lawn mowed daily? Twice daily if needed.
See, aside from the thing one and thing two rant, the only part of that movie that has stuck with me since childhood was you pay this woman to sit on
On babies?
babies?
Yeah, I know all of the words. It's so
The
bad.
Adventure Lives On, an unofficial Dr. Seuss live action movie podcast.
Yes. Let's start at the top. We got an hour and a half, right?
More like a minute and a half.
Oh, geez.
Oh, three and a half.
Three and a half.
Or-
3.5. Well, I think we did a decent job.
Yeah. We
'Cause
pretty much stayed on topic.
yeah, we did. We did. We talked
Yeah.
mostly dinosaurs for the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Proud of us.
Me too.
And I think it's a good stopping point too, 'cause we're about out of stuff for now. Now give us another 15
Don't you mean
minutes.
don't you mean extinct?
That's a good one.
Thank you.
Oh, and actually I need to show you my little thing over here that Nick. But now I have books. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, well I was gonna
Oh.
show you, but it fell apart.
Oh no, what happened? Oh, was
Oh
it
no,
the T-Rex?
yeah, that wasn't put together the last time I talked to you.
Uh-huh.
And Nick put
Is
it
it I
together
guess
and put it
it's
on the shelf, and I
I guess
thought it
it's
was
less put together now.
yeah, the teeth fell out. I've got dinosaur
Oh.
dentures.
Were they glued or were they just kind of resting in there?
No, they were just resting in there because I still need to
Okay.
paint everything.
Oh yeah, did he get while we have a minute, did he get the printer fixed? 'Cause I know he was having issues.
He hasn't messed with it yet, I don't think. No, it
Okay.
looks like the spool's still missing. Um,
Ah,
and I don't think it's broken. I think it was just having trouble feeding. So he just needs to figure out.
mm,
He was out of town, so I was trying to fix it.
yeah.
But
Oh, that's pretty
how
cool.
much you can see because it's kind of
Oh
blurry.
yeah, and there are little raptor heads next to it.
Uh-huh. Yeah, little wrappers.
Oh, so okay, so now question, is one of those going to be blue
Probably.
or are you
Maybe
going to
blue and
do
baby blue because it looks like it's
is
a
one
big one
bigger
and
than
a
the
little
other?
one. Yeah, yeah, one's significantly bigger. So probably blue and baby
Okay.
blue.
That'll be cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Pull out the paints and the amount of detail even inside the mouth. It's pretty cool. I'm excited to get it painted.
Yeah, that'll be a lot of fun texture to put all the different colors on and do all the
Yes.
detail work.
Yes. I'm looking forward to it. And I'm glad the top teeth come out because I can paint these separately
Yeah.
and then stick them in there.
Yeah, if you'd like any tips on how to do dinosaur skin,
Yes.
I've had quite a few tries at painting dinosaurs.
I want all of the dinosaur skin teeth tips.
Okay,
I have not painted
definitely.
dinosaurs since I painted with you a long time ago, and that was a very different texture.
A very different texture, and I've learned a lot since then.
Oh, I'm sure. And if you want to see a toothless T-Rex, a lot less threatening without the teeth.
Still looks pretty angry, but
Yeah.
at least it can't
Yeah.
bite you.
Right.
At
Well,
least
I'd be
not
angry
quite as
too if
hard
I was stuck in a box
with no teeth.
with no teeth. Oh,
Well,
less
we
than a
have less than
minute.
a
Well,
minute. I think that's a good place to cut it.
I think so. It was fun.
That was.
Well, that's all, folks.
Well, that just about wraps up our first ever Jurassic episode of The Adventure Lives On. As always, we'll be back next week, and until then, thank you all for listening and keep living the adventure.